we're only hours away from the actual trailer. But I was a little disappointed just by seeing reaction videos. You know, if I want to see reaction videos, I will go to YouTube and watch reaction videos.
Thank you.
I was just waiting for Terrence Howard and Ed Norton to show up. All the people they've replaced.
Yeah, but they'd be looking like that. Oh, fuck? Where was I? I was just looking at myself here on the screen. Like, wow, you know, I don't wear this shirt enough. It's a shirt I actually like a lot. I'm usually spending most of my time with this nice double toasted t-shirt right here. Ooh wee. You want to be sexy like me? Then go to dtmerch.com and get this very shirt right here. Yes, this one. I'll send you this with the funk of me. We have 20% off everything in the store. dtmerch.com. Holiday 20. Now that's the word holiday and the number 20 all together. Type that in, and with that code you'll get 20% off everything, but be quick about it because the sale only lasts until this Sunday, December 3rd. We are hours away from what they call the biggest event in humankind. People have been waiting. People have sat by patiently. And I think Marvel's for years. And I think right now Marvel is finally releasing the Infinity War trailer because people are about to beat the shit out of them. They had the pitchforks out, they had the torches. They said, look, man, we sat here, we don't put up with your little featurettes, you know, we don't put up with your posters and images. We even sat through that grainy ass bootleg shit that was out there. We know y'all did it, but we didn't say nothing. Now, God damn it, it's about time you let that trailer out. Like I said, I'm talking about Infinity War. You know, the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe is getting together to fight the big old purple man.
The other one.
The other one, yeah. Scissor. But
Grimace.
No, yeah, the Grimace. No, Thanos is finally making his big screen feature debut. Taking on, so badass it takes a whole universe to bring him down. And they say the movie's pretty much going to be his. Like, he's taking the movie away from the heroes. He's a villain. A villain that's getting his own movie, getting his own story in there. Come here, ain't about y'all done had fucking years of people talk about y'all. This is my shit now.
Play with this glove and my jewelry.
Yeah.
Now, it's supposed to be a two-parter. Is he taking over both movies?
Hell yeah.
Mine.
Look, that's what he said. It was going to be one movie till I stepped up in this motherfucker. Now you got to give me a little bit extra right here. And so they said, okay, they beating down the door, and Marvel said, all right, just give me a few more hours here. Just look at this featurette. I say feature? I'm sorry. This teaser real quick to sedate y'all. And there's been I won't say controversy, but some mixed opinions about it. You would think that such a highly anticipated film, everybody would be unanimous about this being awesome, great. But some people are saying, I don't know, man. Look like y'all bragging to me. It's one thing when Marvel just comes out there and be badass on their own. Mm-hmm. Y'all doing a good enough job. You ain't got to come out there and just rub it in people's faces about how good you are, how much people love you. And that's what people are talking about with this teaser that we're going to show you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this teaser, and this teaser till my teacher is, this teaser for Infinity War, but also following up with that, we're going to look at some of the top 10 teasers that came out in 2017, and we're going to rank them from best to worse.
They're teasers that came out in 2017 or teasers for movies that came out in 2017?
That came out in 2017. Yeah.
Oh, so we're ranking teasers, but not trailers?
Not trailers, teasers.
Okay.
Teasers, Martin. Just teasers right here. And celebration of this teaser that we have right here. Let's go ahead and, first of all, take a look at Infinity War. And then we'll come back because you ain't seen it yet. Right, Martin?
Ain't seen it.
He waits. I like that. That's a good man right there. He doesn't say, my dedication to double toaster. I don't look at anything else but you guys when you put it up on this show. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, and then we'll get the opinions, and then we'll move on with the list.
We want the Infinity War trailer right now.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom.
Well, keep waiting.
Yeah. Now, see, what people are complaining about is that they're saying, you know something, that's a bitch-ass move, Marvel. You sit up here and say you giving me a teaser for Infinity War, and the only new shit in the teaser is people sitting in their kitchen losing their goddamn minds. I want to see the movie. I don't want to see these fucking YouTubers doing this, and other people are like, well, you know what? Looking at these people all happy and everything kind of gets me hyped. I can relate. I feel like those people right there. And then there's some people in the middle like, well, I'm not even here for the fucking teaser anyway. I'm waiting for the trailer. I don't even know why people are having a conversation about that. How you guys feel?
I thought this was some fan-made shit when I first saw it. I was like, all right, like, I thought it was just put up by some person on YouTube that got a whole bunch of reactions together, and to find out that this has been released by Marvel itself is weird to me.
Yeah, and that's what people have been saying. I got one email today, but I've heard this from other people where they say, man, you know, it just feels like you're just kind of bragging. Yeah, we know that this is probably one of the biggest events and not only just Marvel movie history, but also the history of comic books, because they say that this is it's going to be the biggest comic book event that you've probably ever seen on the screen, and it marks the end of this phase of Marvel movies, the end of a lot of people in their contracts, and they're going to be leaving, and they're not coming back. They're going to kill off some characters probably, and then that's when they're going to usher in the new age of Marvel cinematic superheroes, and that's cool and everything. And I'm kind of on one end. I'm just kind of like, yeah, man. I'm look. I don't care. We're only hours away from the actual trailer. But I was a little disappointed just by seeing reaction videos. You know, if I want to see reaction videos, I will go to YouTube and watch reaction videos.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Marvel, if you put some shit out, I'm here for your shit, not that.
I was just waiting for Terrence Howard and Ed Norton to show up. All the people they've replaced.
Yeah, but they be looking like that. Oh, fuck. Where was I? Their reactions like, they just helping each
I wonder if in the future they'll digitally take Terrence Howard out and replace him with Don Cheadle.
They're working on it.
They got that Disney money now. They can do it.
Look like Moff Tarkin.
Yeah. They'll just cut the hue down on it. You know what I mean?
They just keep the head, but the hands are still the same color.
But so you see all the different reactions that are going on with this. And as I said, this is nothing new as far as having teasers for trailers, even having teasers this short. Nothing new at all. And we had an abundance of that in 2017. So what I thought I would do, if you missed it before, as I said, we're going to go and look at, now this is a list that I put together, but these guys, I know they sent me an email with their list in there. We'll talk to them about that. But this is a list that I put together of the top 10 teasers of 2017 ranked from best to worst, and I did categorize them. What made them have their ranking? Why they're in that place? I have them categorized a certain way for that reason, which I'll explain. And so let's go ahead and jump. Yeah, can we jump right into it? Y'all,
do it to it.
Okay, y'all good?
Hold on. Okay.
You get it out, Mark. Mark, like, hold on. All right. But it smells like flowers.
Excuse me.
Oh, all right. Now, like I said, starting from best to worst. And let's start out with number one, the best, which I think is Deadpool. Deadpool released the best teasers for, not teaser, but teaser for Deadpool 2 that is coming out. The thing with Deadpool is that the character, he sells himself so well that you don't even have to see the movie that he's trying to pitch. They don't tell you anything.
Yeah, I mean, they're so creative that I go, man, this movie better be good now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny because they hardly show you anything from Deadpool 2. They'll show you stuff from other movies before they show you this movie.
It's over. Go home. Oh, you're expecting a teaser for Deadpool 2. Well, we don't have that kind of money.
But we can pay royalties to Ferris Bueller's Day Off and get that. You know, look, the thing is that I expect the movie to be good, but I like their thinking. I'm sure they're thinking that, look, everybody knows Deadpool. They love Deadpool. They know what he's about. He don't take anything seriously. Why should we? And plus, when you see the movie, you know what Deadpool's going to do. He's going to crack some jokes, shoot some people, fuck some girls, and go on about his merry way. You know, we know that the action's going to be there. We got some returning characters. We talked about this when we did the trailer review or the teaser review for the last one that came out, which was that Bob Ross one right there.
Right.
You know what? And before the Bob Ross, which we'll talk about in a little bit, you know, what's so good about these teasers that we have here for Deadpool is that not only are they just funny and we love that character, but and again, we talked about this already. We said that their self-contained content, they're like short films or little movies within themselves that you can enjoy all on their own. You don't have to know a thing about Deadpool to watch these. And I appreciate that. Like the first one where the whole thing was about Deadpool trying to save a guy in a phone booth. Of course, Deadpool will usually get you 80% of the time, but there's that 20% where he's gonna be fucking around and you probably end up dead.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good. I'm so sorry.
Man's apples all over the floor and everything. I hate laughing at that old man's pain, but he didn't have long anyway. He was old, and it's funny, and we love that. We love that. If you watch that is a short film within itself. It is a short film. The other thing that they have here is, like we said, is the Bob Ross one. Bob Ross, he was the white dude with the afro that loved to paint happy trees. It was usually high most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody wanted to admit it. Nobody wanted to say, yeah, that dude's fucked up while he's doing this.
Look at his hair.
Yeah, look at his hair. But Deadpool, he don't fuck around. He'll get straight to the point. Yeah, he was fucked up. And if you watch this, it's like a little comedy sketch on its own. Again, it's a little short film. A lot of people compare it to something off of Adult Swim.
Sweet baby Jesus. Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor. God, I love cocaine.
The funny thing here is that these are 2 teasers for a movie that I ain't even seen clips of yet, except for maybe like
a few,
like quick clips. But I don't know what this movie's about. I don't know the plot. I know a few characters that are going to be in there that I haven't even seen yet. I don't know anything about this movie, but those are 2 of my favorite teasers, and they ain't told me shit.
Exactly.
Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is The Disaster Artist. And again, this category that we have here is creativity, and the Disaster Artist falls within that category. Deadpool was creative in what it did with his teasers, and I think that The Disaster Artist, which is based on The Room by genius director Tommy Wiseau.
That's right.
Very
funny story.
Yeah, I just beat this girl to death. It's a funny story, Mark. But I mean, it still is amazing.
It is, man. It's really gonna be timeless.
It really is. And that's why I think that The Disaster Artist is something. The movie, not the book or not Tommy Wiseau, but The Disaster Artist is something where it is. It overcame what a lot of people thought it couldn't do, which is keep up with The Room. The Room is something that speaks for itself. It's an accidental genius movie, but the thing with where creativity is awarded here is that just like Deadpool, they took a scene from the movie. I think they might have edited it down a little bit, but essentially they're giving you again sort of a comedy sketch. They give you an opening, a joke, a middle, and a punchline. In this case, it's the scene where James Franco, as Tommy Wiseau, can't get his line straight, and that is the teaser here. He just keeps getting it wrong over and over, and these people are just getting fed up. They're about to kill this son of a bitch. And normally it would be like a dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, but because the trailer is done so well, which gave people hope for the movie, it's actually a great payoff.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I know people who watched that teaser and at the end they were like, yes, thank God. People read the book and knew how long it took for Tommy Wiseau to get that. A line that he wrote, by the way.
Yeah. So how did you mess this up?
You didn't write this, right?
Yeah, man. A lot of people who were familiar with this, they knew it was coming and they anticipated and they loved it. A lot of people who read the book or they know The Room, it paid off for them. A lot of people who didn't even know, well, it works in itself. Like, wow, who is this nutty guy right here? The biggest thing I think is that, like we said, people still, to the very last minute, they were not buying that James Franco was doing a Tommy Wiseau movie seriously. They thought that this was a gag. They thought that this was going to be something on College Humor.
Funny or Die.
Funny or Die.
Yeah.
And when people saw that, they're like, "Oh shit, he's serious."
Yeah.
And it's actually looks good. So him and that other Franco boy,
Dave.
You mean Ray Franco? Gums McGee Franco over there. So yeah, man, that is the creativity that went behind the marketing. In that category of creativity, those two things right there make it Deadpool 2 and the Disaster Artist are my two top teasers of 2017. Now let's go to another category here. And that category is mood and artistic imagery. And, how well did they actually sell themselves by creating something just by selling it with mood alone? The imagery is not usually what we see, which is today we know mostly like a lot of CG and whatnot. And the first thing that I'm going to give that to for that, the number 3 top teaser of 2017 is It. And the reason why I'm giving it to It is because, first of all, I wasn't even going to do it. Because one of the things that's bugging me about teasers right now is that they'll put out something that's 3 minutes long. It's a full trailer. They're talking about teaser for the trailer. Like, motherfucker, that's the trailer right there.
Nah. We put teaser on here.
Yeah, and this is like a 2 minute and 33 second teaser. Are you out your fucking mind? This is a trailer. This is not a teaser. But one thing.
No, the trailer's the whole movie.
Yeah.
My favorite trailer this year.
They don't know they gave away the whole movie. But the reason why I put it in here as a teaser is because while itself might not be a teaser, but they did tease one thing effectively, and it was that goddamn clown.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, this is like your favorite movie that's up there. So you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites this year for sure. And a lot of it was, like, he was the biggest draw, and they kept him under wraps for as long as they could. You see him, but you want to know what he sounds like and the crazy shit he's going to do. And they kept a lot of that under wraps.
But what they did effectively is, again, a marketing thing that they used to do in the 80s. Where they would just give you glimpses of the creature, if they even showed you anything at all. And here, that's exactly what they did. They just showed you, whoa, shit, that's a surprise. Oh my goddamn! But
boom, motherfucker.
They just showed you glimpses of Pennywise. They just showed you, like, even with him being covered up by his own hair,
Maybe he's born with it.
I love the way he's looking like, am I sexy? They gave you just glimpses of Pennywise, the thing that you really wanted to come see in the movie, except for when he went Harlem Shuffle on that boy right there. Lost his goddamn mind. I cannot be here. I cannot be caged. But this is, I thought that was a very good marketing that they did right there. Let's go ahead and get into, now a lot of people are going to find this surprising. They might even disagree because this movie was not received very well by a lot of folks, and I don't blame you, but just hear me out first.
I know.
You know what?
I know what it is.
What is?
I'm guessing It Comes at Night.
It comes at night. Ding, 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 ding-a-ling, Martin. Yes, it comes at night. And a lot of people still waiting. It ain't came yet. But
I'm going to watch it again because it's going to come.
Yeah. Some of y'all still riding that, waiting for it to come.
It's in the Ultimate Edition, sure.
Now, the reason why, understand me, the reason why I chose this is because this is how the teaser delivered its mood.
Sure.
This is how the teaser delivered its imagery. And one of the things that I like about It Comes at Night is that, say what you will about the movie, which we'll comment on a little bit, but it took one of the biggest horror tropes out there, something that a lot of people would think would just be so cliched and overused, don't even touch it. But what they did was, effectively, they took that cliche of the big spooky hallway and actually lingered on it to a point where you were dreading what was going to be at the end of it.
We don't know what made Stanley sick. We don't know anything.
You just opened the door, right? You didn't go in.
Notice this ain't nothing but your grandmama's house with all these pictures up there.
Yeah. Turn some lights on.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that Bill Withers on the wall?
Yeah.
Ain't no sunshine.
When she's gone. In this dark ass hallway.
The door was already open when you got there.
Yeah.
Then who opened it?
I mean, you waiting for that thing at the end to just jump out. You don't know what's going to be at the end of that. And that's an effective thing when you just linger on something and you build the tension up. And a lot of people were waiting on that. And when they didn't get it, they said, well, you know what, I'll just go see the movie. Because even after that, the movie, It delivers on. They take down. They pick up the pace a little bit. They stop the slow pace down the hallway, and then they just bombard you with a bunch of weird imagery. The characters in distress, and a mysterious door, and you know, a lot of people are going in thinking they're building this up for a bizarre horror flick. And you know, before people saw the movie, and after they saw the movie, they were very disappointed to learn that the monster in the movie was just a big old lion-ass troll. And what I mean by that is that the movie trolled people, man. Let me just say, not the movie, but the marketing.
It'd be a good double feature with Mother.
Oh, it would. It would. Like the pissed off movie watching festival where they promise you something you don't get it because the marketing on this was too good. Because it's not a bad movie by a lot of people's ratings and reviews. But it was delivering such a horror movie when you saw it, and it ended up being sort of a art house thriller. A lot of people were pissed off about that. But hey, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the actual movie. We're talking about the teaser. And the teaser did a great job, an effective job at marketing the mood and the imagery. Now let's go ahead and get into our next category right here. And our next category is, it's the same old stuff, we think, with a twist. You know, that we're used to seeing these trailers and these teasers with huge budgets and special effects, and we're always in the same genre, superhero genre. And that's pretty much what we have here in this category, superhero genres. But there is a twist in there that makes them rise above the rest. And number 5 for top teasers of 2017, Black Panther.
I'm here, motherfucker.
Yeah, come at me, bro, motherfucker. Y'all saying, well, Corey, yeah, surprise, surprise. You just chose that because he's black.
Yes.
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 Yes, we did. Am I wrong?
That's my number 1.
Yeah. Yes, it's because he's black. But keep in mind that it's not that the reason why that plays a big factor there is because they have this new term that's going out there. I forgot the guy that coined it, but yeah, this is the same CG imagery that you probably see in comic book movies. But what made this different is the Afro-futurism that they have in there.
Yep.
To see this amount of money being spent on this kind of imagery, so Afrocentric or African-centric here, this is groundbreaking. And this is the teaser. The teaser got people crazy. I mean, if you listen to the soundtrack and everything, I mean, it all worked together.
It's hard for a good man to be a king.
You know, this big Negro club. But you know, with this, it's you've never seen a cast like this of of black people in a movie with this much money. Hollywood wouldn't put $100 in something like this, much less $100 million plus.
And this has been some really smart marketing from them because like this teaser premiered during the NBA Finals, so they knew who was watching. This movie comes out in February. They know what they're doing. Like, they know exactly what they're doing, man. And the thing is, this teaser, it plays over the trailer in theaters because people like this more than the newer trailer.
Yeah. Oh, you know, really? So they like it more than the actual trailer?
Yeah, I haven't seen the newer trailer at all in theaters, and there's been a bunch of movies I've gone to see, but they've played this one every time I've gone to the theaters recently.
And the trailer is amazing. The trailer is pretty awesome, man. But with this, it just feels genuine. You know, you feel people, everybody, black and white, they're just like, man, I'm just hyped for this because it does feel like something new.
Yeah.
And plus, people, I mean, if nothing else, it probably deserves to be hired because people are just hyped about it. People were just losing their shit when that came out, man. So, I can't wait for this. It really, I mean, I'm putting it in this place because of the category, but it's really I'm like you, man. It's like my top.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for this.
Oh, hell yeah. But here's another comic book movie. As I told you, this is going to be dominated by comic book films, but these comic book films did something different. And number 6 is Logan.
I hurt myself today.
Don't do that. You're going to make me cry. Poor old Logan. Wolverine ain't never made me cry. I watched this.
Until now.
Until now, man. But just like Black Panther, this is something that just felt different, you know? And it sold people totally on its mood. And well, you know, and plus, you know, skewering a guy's head.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
That dude still think he badass. He like,
I know. He's like, wait, what's going on? Blue,
he's still
yellow?
mad. Look at him. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, come at me. And Wolverine like, man, I don't even know you dead yet. He's like, what's that draft on my head up here?
Nani?
Yeah. The thing that sold people with this is that, well, besides stabbing that dude in the head, the twist that we had here was that this was more. People could tell the moment that Johnny Cash got brought in.
Yeah.
They said, man, this ain't no superhero movie. This is a Western.
I hurt myself today.
People like, I don't even know what the fuck Wolverine's fighting. I don't know the rest of these mutants at, but there's something about this that just feels different, but it feels new. It feels genuine. Like Black Panther. It just feels genuine in what it's trying to do. Like you haven't seen these characters, especially Wolverine, like this before. There's something about this that just feels like the filmmakers, again, they were involved in something that they were emotionally attached to.
And the biggest thing was that it delivered on everything that this trailer promised and more.
I think it has the best music choice for it too, and it definitely looks different than any other X-Men movie I've seen before, and it made it a little bit more disappointing when I didn't love the movie that much.
That's right. Let's leave that alone.
Why'd you go to him? I was like, no, don't.
I was like, I'll be quiet. But it's
I know even Wolverine like, yeah, motherfucker, you were talking that shit. Oh, let's go ahead and get into furthermore into the usual with the twist. Number 7, Thor Ragnarok. Now, the thing with Thor Ragnarok is that, first of all, let's just admit it. I mean, we cool with Thor, but we really don't like Thor.
Like, we know him, but we don't know him.
Yeah. We hanging out. We deal with him because we hanging out with other popular people.
I feel like we like him, but he's never anybody's favorite.
No, he's like the little brother to your friend. You're like, I know him, I hang out with him, but I don't need him. I don't invite him to parties.
Yeah. But Marvel said, look. Just give him one more chance. Look, he's all right. He's with us.
Yeah, you lucky.
Yeah. He's growing up a little bit. He's learned how to joke around. He put his guard down. He's actually a little more down
He's
to earth.
a cool guy once you get to know him.
Yeah. He's so serious, And a lot of people, they saw that trailer, and they were like, well, you still ain't showing me nothing new. We got the special effects. We got the superhero tropes going on. I don't really see anything new with Thor, and I still don't like that motherfucker. What are we doing? But then this is the teaser, and it was the end of the teaser where they sold it with one scene. And granted, it took the big green dude to come out and actually vouch for my man Thor.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
I ain't your friend, motherfucker. But it was that moment when we saw Thor, when he sat up there and cheered, everybody said, wow, he does have a fun side. It was at that moment that everybody saw that Marvel was going to be able to deliver on what they promised.
Yeah. It was that moment, and there's two other moments in here that got me. Is when they showed Hela like in the artistic way, and they had the Valkyries coming out of the sky. I was all right, I haven't seen that in a Marvel movie before. I want to see that here.
Yeah, that is true. And you know something? And they sold it again because they said, all right, that's cool that we get to see the Hulk and we get to see Thor go on a little road buddy trip, but I want to see those motherfuckers fight again. I want Thor to have a rematch, and that's the thing that also sold the trailer, where we got to see them get ready to clash with each other. Whoop his ass, Thor! Also, the Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, that was another good song choice.
Yeah. It was everything that we didn't like about Thor, ripped away and slapped on with a new humorous coat of paint, and everybody said, you know something? I'm down with this, man. That is the twist that we need with a lot of comic book movies, but mainly with Thor. Sticking to the category and the theme of same old with a twist. Oh, you don't get more same old than a certain superhero out there. We've been dealing with his ass for years, getting rebooted and everything. And people about to give up on him. Number 8, what do you think it is, Mark?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah, people are like, yeah, Spider-Man. All right, you know something? I'm tired of this son of a bitch right here. Every time we see Spider-Man, he's doing the same thing. He's jumping around like a goddamn fool, shooting a web.
Spins a web at any size.
But people like, that's cool, but I want to... Where's the Peter Parker that I know? In this, we're talking about Spider-Man Homecoming, not just Spider-Man. And with the teaser that they put out, sort of like with Infinity Squad, Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh my God.
Suicide Wars.
Some kind of Infinity Squad.
That's the team up I want. But you know, this just like Infinity Gauntlet. This came out 24 hours before
Infinity War.
What did I say?
Infinity Gauntlet.
God damn it! Infinity War. Just like Infinity War, this teaser came out 24 hours before Spider-Man: Homecoming, the full trailer, and people saw that. And granted, it was kind of giving us the same old. We got to see Spider-Man jumping around like a goddamn fool, flying everywhere. We've seen that. We don't need to see that no more. That's what's wrong with the Spider-Man franchise anyway, because you never give us you give us Spider-Man, but you don't give us Peter Parker running around, joking, having fun, fucking with the villains until they can't even concentrate, and that's how he whoops their ass. Just shut up, man.
Stop picking on me while you beat me up.
Man, stand still, be quiet, man.
The nerdiest bully ever.
I know, man. But with this teaser here, people they said finally, not the Spider-Man, but the Peter Parker that I want.
What the hell is that? What the hell are you wearing?
It's my suit.
Where's the case?
What case?
Didn't you see the case?
What? Minor upgrade? Oh, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
You know, it's a shame that the M. Night Shyamalan twist here is that it was the real Spider-Man that we got after how many years, or the real Peter Parker after how many years we've been waiting on that. But this is what people, I'm telling you, that's what they responded to, because people were getting tired of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
They about to give up. And once they saw Tom Holland as Peter Parker, that's what brought people back in. And plus the twist of him being, of course, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, let's get into some of the lower end teasers. You know, so far there's been something good. And thank God that we're near the end of the list to get to the bad stuff. Not necessarily, well, not all the way. I mean, we have one maybe, but at number 9, the category that we're getting into with this is cool, but the same. Mm-hmm. And number 9, what do you think number 9 is?
Man, I don't know. I had nothing to go off of with that.
What's something that you always feel like, you in particular, a franchise that you always feel like is always repeating itself, never does anything new, and it baffles you why people love it so much?
Transformers.
God damn it, Star Wars, man. He handed you the shit.
Yeah, he did hand it to you.
Yeah, Star Wars. Number 9 is Star Wars.
What's this? Whack shit.
It's out of sight, out of mind.
I forgot this came out. Fuck about the Star Wars.
Hey, here's a bowl of M&M's. I want that shit.
These ain't Skittles.
Yeah, number 9 is Star Wars. Boy, you better leave Star Wars alone, Corey. You know everybody loves Star Wars.
Okay.
That's the problem, is that with this, everybody loves Star Wars, and I think they just give it a pass. Hey, you know me, I love Star Wars, so I'm not criticizing to criticize, but let's be honest about this trailer. The Last Jedi, with that, it's kind of the same old. You know, the same starships. We see Darth Vader's helmet again. You know, this is a trailer, or a teaser rather. Now, this is the teaser. We still get the same thing, like lightsabers and things of that nature.
TIE fighters, X-wings.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, we're getting some of the, with this, great imagery, great cinematography, a lot of artistic things going on, but some of the same old iconography. Millennium Falcon again, you know, that shit needs to be in a used parking lot by this point.
It was.
What can I get for this? You know? They didn't pull the maintenance on that. I tell you, it's still running. Yeah. But, you know, I'll give Disney credit for creating a teaser, a true teaser, you know, showing you nothing but imagery, not giving you a whole lot of story, and having you guess what's happening. Sure. But this is getting by on things that we've seen before. Mm-hmm. And, you know, even the same characters, Luke Skywalker, R2-D2. I'm not saying it's bad, but is it treading any new ground at all, really, besides just a fucking roly-poly ass robot? No, not really.
Yeah, it's just all nostalgia.
So, again, nothing against Star Wars. Not trying to hurt anybody with that. Can't wait to see the movie, which we will see in a couple of weeks. Actually, there's a screening coming up. We can bring guests.
We can't. You can?
Yes. Yeah. Y'all are going with us.
It's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, though.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The Gertz, that's gonna. Hey, put your time in now, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. Now, thankfully, there's only one teaser on here that I think is bad, and that's at number 10. And again, no reflection against the movie itself, but I just think that this is weak. And I'm talking about for number 10, The Incredibles 2.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, Martin, don't worry about it. It's brief and it's lame, in my opinion.
Damn, man. Some people were
Can I
very
see it for myself? Damn.
No, man. No, hell, I was going to show it, but no, you take my word for it.
You
ain't
have
see
to
it.
take his word for it.
And well, let me set up the reason why. Now, people have been waiting for another Incredibles movie for a sequel since 2004. Of course, that's the movie with the superhero family. And where we left off, you know, just a small spoiler here, but where we left off in the Incredibles, directed by Brad Bird, who is returning. Another thing that people were excited for is that we left off on the addition of the baby, little super baby right there. Jack. And they said everybody loved Jack at the end of that. People want to see more of little Jack. And I think that's kind of the problem. Yeah, let me show you, Martin. You know what? Let me show you just. I was going to show you since you haven't seen it, I was just going to show a clip. But since this is short, I'll go ahead and show the whole teaser.
Okay, please do.
Baby. And he's like, for real? That's all y'all had? Now that is why I don't like it so much. That's why it's on my list.
That's it?
Yeah, because it's the most.
No. I mean, you're mad over that?
I'm not. It's just anticlimactic. You know, it's something that we've seen Jack do. We know that he can shoot lasers, and we know that, you know, it's what this feels like. It feels like an animation blooper reel leftover. You know, this feels like. It just feels like something that we're not getting new. You know, I mean, because a teaser shows you something where it's like, we're not going to show you everything, but we're going to just give you a little bit of a hint at something that's new there. And at the end of this, we saw Jack do actually more than this. In fact, Jack should be grown by now, whooping ass. You know, so yeah, you know. But it's like I said, is it really terrible? No, but is it anticlimactic, and does it give you anything really to go by? No, to me, it's just kind of like a lame gag. It's not really all that funny.
I just feel with this, it's like, thank God it's right around the corner, so we finally have something that shows that this movie is coming, because like you said, it's been since 2004. It's been 13 years since we've heard anything about it. We just knew it was kind of on the horizon.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, and I'm not the only one. A lot of people feel like, wow, man, you know, we've been waiting, and we have no doubt that the movie's going to be good. You got a lot of good elements that's going to be coming back, but you know, for waiting so long, that's it.
You and your jaded friends.
Yeah,
this is a good teaser.
Talking about a lot of the internet, yeah, my friends. Well, fine for you, not for me. That's it. Hey, you know, that's.
I don't want to make it fine for you. I'm just saying,
don't use me, because it ain't gonna be fine for you.
No, but I'm just saying, like, when you say, "Oh, this is bad," it's like, well, no, you just don't like it, because there's other people who do. So.
But it's my list, so you know that's why it's bad. So okay. I mean, hey, you know, that's what opinions are. I think it's bad. I ain't budging on it. Then I mean, to me, that's it. So
why are you doubling down on this?
Because wow, have you not listened to a word I said? So, you know, I'm not gonna repeat it. If you want to watch it, go look at the stream again. But like I told you reasons why this ain't that good.
Sign up at doubletoasted.com.
Yeah, there you go. Martin got $6.99. Get a subscription and see why Corey doesn't like Incredibles 2, the teaser.